Good Australian values. You won't just find them at IGA.
The federal government announced changes to the country's citizenship test this week with new questions based on Australian values that candidates are expected to commit to.
Applicants will have to have been here for 4 years, up from 1, speak fluent English, pass stricter background checks and a tougher citizenship test, including questions on whether it's ever acceptable to force children to marry or hit your spouse.
2 years in the making, the government was ready to tell us exactly what it means to be an Australian.
We are as old as our first Australians, as young as the baby in the migrant mother's arms. We're as old as people, the oldest continuous human cultures of our first Australians, and as young as that new migrant.
Malcolm Turnbull there, failing his own English requirement. For more on this, we're joined by Tom Gleeson.
Yes. Good to see you, Charlie. Welcome. That was a bit unfair. To be fair, that was early in the morning when he made that announcement. I mean, like when you crawled out of the Logies at 7 a.m, you couldn't speak English properly either.
6 a.m. But Sam Armitage was up just as early as the Prime Minister and she didn't seem to have any trouble finding her words.
This is all about the very essence of what makes us Australian, of what makes us the most successful multicultural society in the world. I mean, we see so much division around the world, so much disharmony, and yet here we are, so diverse, such a success. Why is that? It's because we define our nationhood by common political values, shared political values, and we should celebrate them.
If we are so successful as a multicultural nation, why do we need these changes to the citizenship test?
Because we want to reinforce our success.
Yeah, is that the message of all of this? Just don't rest on your laurels?
Well, we can't rest on our laurels because laurels are from the ancient Greeks and the ancient Romans. They're not Australian at all. Fuck off, laurels, we're full. This is Australia. We need Australian values.
Right. But the more the PM spoke, the less we heard anything about specific Aussie values.
We're defined by commitment to common values, political values, the rule of law, democracy, freedom, mutual respect, equality for men and women. These fundamental values are what make us Australians.
Or Dutch, or Canadian, or Italian, or Portuguese.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as all those cultures learn how to speak English properly, then we will have the most successful multicultural society in the world.
Well, I don't know, Tom. I feel like he's actually just targeting a specific group of Australians.
Are Jews who celebrate Hanukkah integrated into Australian culture and values?
Well, of course they are, but they are, of course they are.
Well, is a woman who wears a headscarf integrated?
Well, Lee, what you're asking me to say is a woman who wears a headscarf is not integrated.
No, I'm not asking you to say
wearing
that.
Wearing a headscarf is a feature of a woman's life, of wearing a particular garment.
He does seem to be working pretty hard not to say the word Muslim, Tom.
He's not talking about Muslims, he's talking about headscarves. Anyone can wear a headscarf, Charlie. I can wear a headscarf, you can wear a headscarf. Look at Peter Fitzsimons, he's integrated into society.
Yeah, but Tom, it's almost like deep down Malcolm doesn't really want to be talking about any of this.
I want to ask about the values that are driving.
I'm surprised you're
selection.
challenging this on the ABC again, but there it is.
I want to.
I don't think your heart's in it, actually, Lee.
Yeah, I think that makes 2 of them.
And me makes 3.
He'll be back for Hard Chat. Please take Tom Gleeson.